About this is that last comment there. I'm now run out of money for because to come and collect, these people come from various faraway places to come to the event, and then you're told that things are not happening. Well, I mean, this glitch, what is Postbank saying about it?
I just want to say, Braden, so that lady came from Zola to Shawela, and she said she walked to get there, and she then had to, I think she came by taxi, but from Shawela to Zola, she had to walk back. So you can imagine the sort of dynamics that are exactly, you know, because she thought she'd at least get her money today, and then she'd be able to then get a taxi or find her way back there. So, you know, there is that. Postbank has apologized. I know and the CEO did speak to you earlier. So they have apologized. They've explained that they're trying to implement this new system and there are glitches in it. And I think just in terms of that, there's the issue with these gold cards, it seems, where there was an issue a few months ago and people were told, no, even if your card expires, you can keep it until December while we phase in this new system. But seemingly there's some issue there. Then there's also the fact that people said that, you know, now they're asking us for IDs. In the past, they didn't ask us for IDs. We just came with the card, and that was it. But because of whatever's happening with the system, we're being asked all of these things. We're not being told, okay, come with your ID. So you're getting there, and then you're having to find out when you're at the line that actually you need your ID with you and your phone to get the one-time PIN to reset all of this thing. But anyway, the Postbank CEO did apologize, did say that they're working on it, it's been fixed, or some situation like that, which we know it hasn't been. But let's hear from the Postbank CEO, Nikki Mbengashe, in terms of where they are on this.
I think firstly, before I even start, I would like to apologize, I think, from the Postbank perspective. Absolutely apologize for the impact that this has had on our communities. We absolutely understand the importance of grants on everyone, and we also understand the impact of going back and forth looking for money. So unreservedly, we apologize. So absolutely, the system is stable. The system has been fixed. We did pick up system errors that we're working with from Monday and Tuesday. So the system is working as it should. The challenge that we had is that we have what we call reversals that we had. We picked up over 450 customers, those who tried to withdraw their money from Monday and Tuesday and were not able while the system was not working optimally. Some of them, the system picked up that, well, it recorded as if the money was withdrawn. Now, what we had to do was that over 450 accounts, we had to manually reverse them. And as a result of that work, some beneficiaries were able to access their money, but some are still experiencing some difficulties.
Well, she does concede that some people are still experiencing difficulties, as you saw, 450,000 on their database. Remember, they are looking after delivering grants to 5.3 million beneficiaries. That's quite a big number. SASSA cannot be happy.
No, they're not. And we had spoken to them about this in terms of, well, who now must account for all of this? You know, they did say, okay, we're not happy that, you know, people are having to borrow money to get to the offices and then go back home and then borrow money again to come back, that there's no money being provided in the house, that now transport, we heard a lot with the elderly saying that now transport for their kids is not being paid for. So all of those sorts of things, you know, they did concede it doesn't look good to have that happen. And so they said that Postbank must account as their agency to do this. I think the other thing we've also been trying to do, Britain, is get comment from the Department of Social Development, because ultimately this comes from them. You know, they oversee all of this. We have not been able to get comment from them, and I think at some point they would need to say something. They told us SASSA and Postbank are dealing with this, but you can't, as the oversight body, you know, defer it to clearly people who are already in over their heads. I mean, we spoke to the CEO who's only been in the job for 6 weeks. But anyway, so SASSA, yes, let's hear from SASSA in terms of what must happen. They do talk about a penalty clause that is in place. There might be a fine that is meted out to Postbank. It won't be necessarily a termination, but there is some sort of penalty that they say should be meted out on them.
Look, when we have a service provider as an organization, we sign a service level agreement. And the service provider that we sign a service level agreement with have to ensure that they comply with what is entailed in the agreement. And in the service level agreement, there'll always be that penalty clause in case they do not necessarily implement in terms of the agreement. So we are saying, as where we are as an organization, we expect people to be paid and be paid on time, because in any case, the fine from SASSA side has already been set. But we expect people to get access to their funds.
Yeah, I mean, SASSA cannot be happy. Even the CEO of Postbank, Ms. Mbenga, telling me that SASSA has told them in no uncertain terms they're not happy. But she says she's also going to crack the whip internally with the service provider. But she refused to tell me who got the tender to deliver this new IT system.
Yeah.
But I'm sure in the near future we will find out. Now, very importantly, you were on 3 locations around on the ground. As you left these elderly people who are there to collect, bulk of them collecting child grants as well. It's a weekend. They're told to come back on Tuesday. What was the sense you got as you were leaving them? Are they hopeful that come Tuesday they'll get the money?
There's a lot of frustration, Praden. I think that's the one emotion that was there, that there's frustration that we've been doing this. And they don't know if now we're being told to come back to Wednesday and Tuesday if the money will be there. So they're not even hopeful. They're just kind of thinking. And some people were even told, and I don't even know if this is possible, but some were even told to come back, not even next week, but in 2 weeks' time. So you see, there's just a lot that's going on there and a lot of uncertainty, but frustration,
I think that word of uncertainty is really the main one. And it's such a tragedy. Thank you very much, Hloni. Hloni Mtimkulu, they're just giving us a wrap of what is happening in this matter. Now, let's